Hello, my subjects, and welcome back to my channel. How's it going? 124 videos in 1 year. That's crazy. Well, technically 125 counting this one. I'd just like to say, let me just take off my crown real quick. Thank you for 8 whole entire subscribers. Thank you so much. You see, I would bring out my other characters to also say thank you, but I'm just way too lazy to put it away. Cause one thing I hate about doing multiple characters is the fact that I have to clean up after them. You know, I gotta put the suits in the hanger on hangers and put them in the closet. It's just a pain in the. But yeah, I'd just like to say thank you all so much for 8 subscribers, close to 10. And that, of course, I gotta make this video like at least 10 minutes long. So, what do I talk about? You know, I said thank you. I'll share a little bit about myself. Come with me. Oh. I almost tripped. Don't worry about it. So what do I want to share about myself? Well, as a thank you, I'll share a little bit about myself. So, what do I talk about? So, the name of my channel is how do I say this? So, the name of my channel is a weird one, right? Not unique though, surprisingly. But what is unique about it is the way I got the name. So it's a combination of my first name, obviously being Anthony, but the first word being King comes from a nickname I've had since elementary school. Well, sorry, I had, not have. Well, people don't call me that anymore, but you know, I still like going by that nickname, and I still call myself that every once in a while. And that's, of course, a combination between that nickname and my name. Together, they come together to form King Anthony, aka me. Little crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, except this is a small crown, so my head ain't heavy. What else is new? So, I've been, what else can I share, or just talk about in general? Let me take off my crown for this. My whole entire life has been filled with nothing more but, well, what everyone's life has been filled with. Happiness, sadness, anger, fear, you know, most of the stuff most people grow up with. But Actually, this fits in way. This fits my hand. This fits way better on my hand than on my head. Anyway, I've always haven't been a confident person. I still will never be a confident person. I'm not the kind of person that has a high ego or high confidence or anything like that. It's actually quite the opposite. I have very low confidence in myself, low self-esteem, no ego to talk about, really. It smells like metal. Or copper. No, copper's more blood. Bronze, that's what it is. Or iron, or something like that. Not the point. So, yeah. I talked about this once, but I don't know if a lot of people watched the video where I talked about it. So you'll see a lot of like me being a negative Nancy, so to speak. I've talked a lot about this stuff, like how I'm an introvert and all that stuff. But tell you something you don't know. I don't. I don't like to think of myself as a king. While being a king is my channel name, I don't necessarily like to wear the crown. I know, shocking. I'm not necessarily like being in a leadership position, you know? Although I'd say if I were a king, I'd make a really good one. Other than that, really, I don't want to share too much stuff because, you know, then it gets into a territory where it's just a little too much personal. A little too personal, a little too much information that you don't need to know. Besides, I need to save some stuff for once I do the Q&A, which once I do, by the way, I will be doing 2 videos. One will be my 10 subscriber special, and the other one will be my Q&A video. Because once I hit 10 subscribers, I'll try to do a Q&A. If that doesn't happen, well, it doesn't happen. Then I'll wait until I get a little bit more bigger, and then see if I can do a Q&A then. The reason I won't do it on posts is because it's a little bit hazy whether the comments will be on or off, and I'm not willing to risk that. Besides, it seems like no one's seen my posts, so yeah, which is in on my community tab, by the way, which I've posted like 2 posts in the last couple of days. Well, actually, no, it was a very long time ago. 14 days ago, I believe, was the newest, or something like that. And since no one seems to be really, I guess, somewhat interacting with it. To be fair, though, not like I can see comments are turned off for those. I don't know what to do to turn on comments, but I don't see a lot like people see them. To be fair, though, there's no way I can like for an example with YouTube videos. It's like you have this amount of views. You know how much people viewed this. I don't know how many people have interacted with my post. I don't know how many people commented on it. If comments were on, I would know how many people liked it, but no one seems to like it, so I don't know whether, you know. Besides, the 10 subscriber special is guaranteed to have comments on, because every single of my videos has comments on. Anywho, my point being, once I do the subscriber special, I will be doing basically saying you can leave any question on that video, on the subscriber special. Subscriber or not, you can leave a question. I'll try to answer it to the best of my abilities. I'll save the kind of questions you can talk about, and the questions you can ask, and the questions you cannot ask. Or I guess you can ask, but I'm not gonna answer them. Like, for example, what's your IP address? I don't know what an IP address, and if I did know, why would I tell you? What's your full name? I didn't say that. Where were you born? Here. Listen. I'd rather not risk anything. Well, I'm not like popular or anything, which, whew, thank God. Listen, I'm not built for spotlight. I'm not. I genuinely am not built for it. So thank God. Thank you for 8 subscribers, but you're stressing me out here. That's a bit joking here and there, but no, seriously, I'm not built for the spotlight. I'm not. I get famous. I talked about this once, where people will then, if I do get famous one day, I will be so scared, because it's like, because again, I'm an introvert, so it's like, a stranger walks up to me, shake my hand. Like, I'm an introvert. I get introverts. There's nothing I can do about that, and I'm scared. So again, I'm not built for the spotlight. But if I do get popular, I do not want to risk people knowing where I live or knowing, anything about me. Well, just a lot about me, because then they'll narrow it down and be like, we know where you live. Listen. I've seen people on the internet figure out someone where someone lives based on the type of pizza they ordered. How? I've seen people on the internet dox someone just by the tiniest, smallest little pixel. I'm not willing to risk that. I'm not willing to risk it. People are gonna look, which is why I have like my curtains down. If I had them up, people would be like, "Oh, that house across from him? It looks wider than all other houses." He lives in Canada. No. I'm not risking that. Like, he lives in Michigan, Wisconsin, state of Alabama, and the street of Berlin, at the house, at this house with this specific address of 929852593 Broadway Street, Broadway Lane. Boom, he lives there. No, I'm good. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you from the bottom, from my whole heart. Close to 10. Stop. But yeah, I should have like a running gag where like every subscriber I get, the crown gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Nah, because then the crown would just hula hoop. Besides, this is the only crown I have. I stole this. Don't ask from where. I stole this. To be fair though, this came with something for someone else. But I didn't see anyone wanting this, or at least claiming ownership of this. So I was like, yoink, this is mine now. One final thing I will leave you off up. Rubber duck. Quack. Ow. Anywho, thank you so much for being here, for watching this, for, at least being like, you know what, I like this guy's content, let me subscribe. But yeah, other than that, have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, or night. I'll see you whenever I'm done hibernating. Goodbye, my subjects. Should I say goodbye, my subjects, and then say I'll see you whenever I'm done hibernating? Yeah, I'm still figuring everything out here. Peace.